What's up, and welcome to the Conjecturing Podcast. I'm your host, Laura, and joining me today, we've got Rob
Hey, what's up, everybody?
and Greg.
Hey guys, what's going on?
How's it going? How you guys
So
doing?
jelly, so jelly.
What's going? Did they say that in this
Jelly
movie? Did they
of
say jelly in this movie?
this concert. You want to be at this concert tonight?
Oh yeah, this concert is crispy, crispy, extra fried, extra fried.
I'm
Uh,
next door. I'm at another concert.
like I'm
Yeah,
a state away.
I'm at whatever Kid Cudi's character's name was. I'm at his concert.
Yes, the thinker. That's
I'm
what
at the
they're.
thing. Yeah, I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
at the Thinker concert. Yeah.
All right. The question, Rob, though, is do your seats slap? Do your seats slap?
These seats were not slapping. No. No.
Do they trap?
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right.
Because that's the movie we're doing tonight.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
good
Talking
segue.
about 2024's Trap. We're finally doing it. I think we've mentioned this a few times now.
Yeah, it's definitely was on the list of like the worst things we've ever seen. So possibly
Wow.
right on Front Street. Right on Front Street.
I think it's fair to say like the director who like owns the most movies that we've watched and reviewed is this guy.
Hmm.
M Night Shyamalan.
So it's a big deal. Anytime a new M. Night movie comes along, it's like we talk about it, we drum it up, and here we are.
And here we are.
And here we
Yeah, I
are.
still can't believe he's like we've done the most M Night movies out of any other director.
How did
Well,
this
because
happen? How
I
did this
think
happen?
I think it's because Greg, I think this was kind of your style with him for a while, and Rob and I have adopted it. You almost know it's going to be shit, but you're just hoping it's that you're wrong. Every time you go into it, you're like, this one's going to be different. I'm going to be wrong this time. It's going to be a good one. You're just really hoping for a win.
You're right. So I know that I think our episode one has long been deleted from the archives of the internet, but I do remember when we talked about on episode one what we love about horror movies. Laura, you mentioned that you are constantly waiting to see and as we all are, a horror movie just like you're rooting for them to do something prolific and wild. And I feel like that's always M. Night Shyamalan's like that's his thing. He's a visionary. I think we all agree that he has the ideas,
Oh
but he
yeah.
continually just like shits the bed on execution. So like he's like always edging us to like like want to watch the movie. So that's always the vibe going into it, right? And like I don't know if he knows if he knows that, but he's got to, right?
I think he thinks his
I don't know.
movies are gold. I
Oh,
Yeah, I
don't.
he
think
thinks it's
so
like
too.
A to Z.
Yeah. He's like, here's another banger, everybody. Here it is.
Yeah, The
Oh,
Last Airbender, 10 out of 10.
That
Yes.
guy
uh,
must clearly like not go on the internet, right? He doesn't like do internet, right?
Well,
clearly not.
yeah, it requires a certain amount of delusion to be like as prolific as that. Like you can't pay attention to stuff, but then it's like, man, I don't know. He's definitely an interesting cat, I think, no matter
Yeah,
how you slice it.
Yeah.
I agree. I
Well,
agree.
let's talk about some positives of this movie. Well, this is not a positive, but it was written, directed, and produced by M. Night Shyamalan.
Acted, like filmed, like
Acted.
he cleaned
Yeah.
up the sets every night. Like he did like he did everything. He
The choreo
promoted
Uh,
it, he
he was the
marketed it.
dance choreographer. Yeah.
Yeah,
there's no
he definitely wrote the dialogue, that's for sure.
a
Definitely.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
And it stars Josh Hartnett. He plays Cooper. Ariel Donahue, that plays Riley, Cooper's daughter. And then Salika Shyamalan is our Lady Raven. M.
Mhm.
Night's daughter is
Yeah.
the big star of the well, I guess not the main character, but she
Hmm.
is the star, the concert that they go to. That's like two-thirds of the
She
movie.
becomes a star eventually, and you're like, no, put that star away. Get out of here, star. We don't want you.
Well,
Yeah,
when she's singing, I think
Mhm. Okay.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's when she starts talking at the end that maybe it's not such a good time.
Yeah. Maybe if she sung all her dialogue, then maybe it would have been better.
Oh man. Well, the movie had a $30 million budget and it made 83.6 million at the box office. So it definitely made
dang,
made some money.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decent.
You're like, that's good. Do you guys want to tell the story? Because you watched this together in theaters, right? You want
Well,
to
you
tell
didn't
the
watch it with
story?
us? I thought you watched it with
Yeah.
us.
No.
No, it was me, you, Greg, and our wives.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes. So well, I'll start. Like my wife is not a horror watcher. And so like maybe once a year I'll be like, "Hey, can you please come see a horror movie with me?" And it was sadly Trap was my movie of that year. And it was just like what a regret to like waste the one movie my wife was going to go see like on this movie because we were just sitting there, me, my wife, and Greg's wife were just watching this movie and just like looking at each other like, is this real? Like, are we getting pranked right now? Is like Ashton Kutcher gonna jump out like from the fucking 90s and shit and yell at us to call us a punks and shit or whatever? And but we look over and Greg is like jamming over there in his seat, like Greg is like dipping and diving and shit and doing like little dance moves in his seat and shit. So we were like, what is happening? That was from my perspective what I saw. I don't know, Greg, what was in your head when we saw it in the theaters?
That was exactly it. So like I think there's been this running joke that whenever we watch an M. Night movie in the theaters, it always reaches the point of absurdity where I check out and I start like
Mm.
huffing and puffing. And I'm sorry, but I make the whole experience awful for everybody around me because I'm like I'm doing this like I'm like I'm not having a good time. I cross my arms. I'm basically stamping my feet in the freaking theater like a child who's not getting the candy that he wants. And like I know that these guys were like the whole group was in the theater waiting for that to be my reaction. And then when it wasn't, when I was actually enjoying it, like I could tell that you guys were like, what reality are we living
Yeah.
in?
You were literally like the only one in our full packed theater.
No, in our whole theater, absolutely.
Because
Everybody
the
was
whole,
laughing at this
yeah,
movie.
we were just like laughing at scenes
Right.
that like weren't supposed to be funny, like people's dialogue. We were just laughing at it, and Greg is just like eating it
I'm just
up.
like I'm in the like I'm knee deep in my popcorn. I've got junior mints. I'm
Yeah,
leaning forward like I'm salivating at the plot. It's just I don't know. It was an
yeah. It
Was
experience.
it
was.
the plot though, or were you having a good time at the concert, which was the
Oh,
first two-thirds of this film?
yeah, like honestly, like nepotism is the real trap of this movie. Like it was clear that half of it was just him promoting his daughter's, like pipes and like her performance, but I was like all into it. I was just like, you know what? I don't even care if this is a good movie. I'm at a concert. Let me enjoy the hell out of this. Hell yeah.
It was like a concert.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's walk through this movie. Oh my
Wait,
God.
can I
So,
tell you guys? Can
oh,
I tell you guys something up front right now?
yeah.
I did not rewatch this movie.
Oh my
At
God.
all.
No,
Wow.
So
Wait,
you only
says
saw
no.
the
says the guy
theater.
who
Yep,
rewatches
that's
every
it.
movie
Yep,
seven
exactly. Yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah. I thought to myself, and I said, you know something? No, I'm not gonna rewatch this movie. Fuck it.
Wow. Well, good for you. So actually, before we get into the plot, I have a funny story.
Hmm.
We have this running joke because many, many, many years ago, uh, we were all at a giant party turned sleepover, right? And Greg accidentally purchased a bunch of movies. What was it? I don't know.
Oh,
So,
I know one was like the what was like the it's like a green beetle or like
oh, the
there's
Green
two
Lantern.
no the Green Hornet. That's what it
Green
was.
Oh, the
Hornet.
Seth Rogen Green Hornet. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Seth Rogen,
Yes,
right?
yes. So anyway, we've always made this joke about how who would be dumb enough to accidentally purchase a movie. Well, guess what? I told my husband that when this movie came out, when it first came to streaming, like, hey, we're gonna have to rent it. I'm gonna watch it, for the podcast because Rob and Greg saw it in theaters and said I have to see it. And his dumbass goes on there and goes, okay, I rented it. And I look and I go, you bought it. So we now own this movie. We own Trap. And
You're
so
you're the one. You're the one sale they got.
You got
yeah,
trapped. Yeah.
I 100% got trapped. So we watched it and we were not fans. And then I did rewatch it once, knowing we were going to record. And I have to say, it was worse the second time. It
Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
was
That's
so much
why.
more
Yeah.
painful.
Wow.
Well, Greg, did you rewatch it or no?
I did. Yeah.
Did
Greg
you think
loves
it was
it.
Hell
better?
yeah, of course I rewatched. I watched it like 20 times.
It's Greg's bone tomahawk.
Oh my God. This
Yeah,
movie's rough.
it definitely gave me a boner tomahawk. This movie was great.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Well,
I didn't rewatch this movie. So Laura, everything you're gonna say right now, it's the first time I'm probably gonna hear it in a
is
while.
you.
So
Yeah. It's
yeah,
gonna be like watching
I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions. I don't remember what's happening in this movie.
All right. Well, then let's get started. So the movie kicks off. Cooper, that's Josh Hartnett, he's taking his teenage daughter, Riley, to a concert to see Lady Raven, who is Salika Shyamalan. And so they're at the concert. And I will say, before we get into the plot, the marketing very much told you that he was a serial killer. So this is no
Correct.
Oh
surprise.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We know he is a serial killer. And I think that was the big conversation around this movie is like, M. Night always has a crazy twist.
Hmm.
And is this like him being like, F you all, I'm going to give you everything up front? Like, we just weren't really sure what to expect with this. If there was going to be another twist at the end,
Yeah. Hmm.
it was very different for him,
I don't
honestly.
even remember. Was there another twist at the end? I guess we'll get there,
There,
but I
there
don't
really,
remember.
there really wasn't. I mean, there were
Yeah.
small reveals, but there was not a twist. I'm actually wondering, like, if this is like the new precedent that he's setting, is he trying to tell us, like, I'm done being like the twist guy? Like,
Maybe.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
He's like, like B Rabbit 8 Miling this shit. He's like diffusing the whole twist conversation so that people don't have that to use against him when it does
Hmm.
come out. He's gonna give
Mm.
him the twist and then like let the movie stand on its own merits. But I don't know. Like that remains to be seen if you guys enjoy that or not.
Maybe he just
Yeah.
transferred into like twisting our nuts because this movie sucks. Maybe that's what he's doing.
Oh
Twist
my
in
God.
nuts.
We were hating on it even more than I thought. Okay, so they're at the concert, and pretty much right from the beginning, he goes into the bathroom, checks his phone, and we see that he has this guy named Spencer trapped in some random offsite location in a house. So yeah, he's the serial killer. He's got some guy where he's monitoring him from his phone. So we see that right away. And then on his way out of the bathroom, he sees that there's like a lot of police force at this concert. So he goes back, meets his daughter at their seats, and then they're very back and forth in this concert. I don't know about you guys, but like they like hardly are ever sitting down watching this
Yeah,
concert.
no.
They're up and down so many times. So anyway, they get up again because she wants to go find a t-shirt. And so they're kind of walking around the venue. They're seeing the cops everywhere. And they go to the t-shirt stand and she goes for this one t-shirt and someone takes it. And so, he gets kind of upset and he tells the vendor guy, whose name is Jamie, I believe.
Oh, that guy I do remember. That guy was dope
Yeah,
in the movie.
he's
I liked him. He
awesome.
was really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Him and Kid Cudi. They're the stars of the movie for me.
I
Everybody
actually
else
Buddy
garbage.
for
100% agree.
sure.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So he's talking to this guy. They kind of hit it off. They have like a bro thing happening right away. And the guy's like, don't worry, like come back later and I'll make sure that your daughter gets that shirt. And so Cooper decides to ask him about the police. He's like, all right, like what's going on with all this? And Jamie tells him everything. He's like, hey, like, do you know about the butcher? Like, I'm a big fan because I'm a big true crime guy. And the police got tipped off that he was going to be at this concert tonight. So really, this concert is like a trap to catch the butcher. And Josh Hartnett is the butcher, obviously.
Hmm.
So I believe from there they go back to their seats again. Uh,
Wait, so at this point from you guys watching right now, are you still like into the movie? Because I remember at this point being like, okay, like I remember the dialogue being like kind of rough in the beginning between
yeah.
Hartnett and the daughter, like the lingo. I mean, we've
Oh
always
yeah, it's
said this,
awful.
Greg.
It's
In
awful.
every M. Night movie, I feel like he has a trouble writing for young characters because
Yes.
he's literally like a 50-year-old man writing for like teens. And
Yeah.
every movie he does, it feels super forced, like the dialogue. I mean, I know he's using modern terms, but it just never feels like current. It never feels correct.
You know
Right,
the
Greg?
problem too is that he tries to get meta with it in an attempt to diffuse it. He'll have Josh Hartnett go like he'll like build on it and like riff on it as if to say to the audience, I realize how ridiculous this is, but we're gonna do it anyway. But it actually just makes it worse, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I remember in the beginning of watching this movie, the one time I saw it in theaters, of just being like, like this dialogue is kind of making me nervous, like pretty rough, pretty early on in this movie.
It's like quasi T Diamond stylist. Like we're
Yep.
almost there.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, or even like The Happening,
Yeah.
which
And
to me is the biggest comparison to this movie is The Happening.
let me ask you guys, like,
Mm.
why do you think like if you're I mean, I guess it's impossible to get in the head of someone like this. Like why are you doing Are you just trying to make it relatable? I think that's what you're trying to do. Like make it relatable, but like it clearly doesn't work. It clearly pulls you out like of the movie, right? It wasn't enough to pull me out, but like it's so noticeable and it grinds on you from like the beginning. It's almost like, buddy, like hands off on that. Like let someone else step in.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think like as somebody like who does write, like I write things, I don't purposely ever write like for a certain age, like you know what I mean, like if I was writing this, and it's like what, like a teenage girl, me being like an older man, I don't think I am allowed. I'm allowed, but I'm able to like write that type of dialogue for her.
Yeah.
I can write in the dialogue of what I think she should like be saying, but it's
Hmm.
very like, straightforward to the point. And I think that's on the actor and as the director to tell the actor like, hey, put your spin on this. Put
Hmm.
your spin on this, put your
Mm.
lingo on this, but get across the point of what we're trying to say here. That's what I would do, because then you're getting like a natural person in that age range saying what they normally would say in the same context, but not, M. Night being like an older man saying like crackle or whatever the fuck he's saying in this movie or something.
Yeah.
It's the crackle. Yeah, he's like your house is crispy. Like the thing is when you hear this, the thing is like we're older, right? Like we don't know what the hell the new generations are saying, but we do recognize when you're trying to pander to us, and it
Hmm.
it, it makes the audience feel like you think that we're stupid. It doesn't feel organic, and like yeah, it definitely pulls you out. So if you guys were starting to check out with this part, I
Yeah,
completely
exactly.
get it.
I think that's the part is like I'm already kind of like nervous about like, oh shit, this is
Yeah.
where we're going. We're going down this road. Oh no.
I think I was nervous at this point, and I definitely was not loving the dialogue, but I was still giving it a chance. This is still like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and I'm
And
with you, Laura. I'm still like,
yeah,
all right, let's see where this goes. Like, let's see what's gonna happen here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm still giving it a chance. I mean, like, I love M. Night. I do. He's just so polarized, and his movie is either like really great or it's like shit. There's not a lot in the middle there.
When was his last great one, though?
I mean, I liked Knock at the Cabin. I really liked that one. That
Mm,
was his previous one before this, correct? Right?
yeah.
Because it was old, then Knock
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Cabin, right? And
Hmm.
I mean, I watched Old later on, and I thought it was fine. Like, it was a fine movie. Knock at the Cabin, I really, really liked that movie. So going into this, I was like expectation of like, oh, we're back. Like M Night's gonna be solid again. And then so just we started watching it, and it wasn't. But
Like,
yeah,
Interesting.
like we all
Yeah.
like The Sixth Sense, right? I heard that
Yeah.
the screenwriting was split between like five or six different writers, including dialogue on
That
that.
makes sense.
interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Where like
So that
he
wasn't
didn't
all
control
him.
like anytime that he
Oh,
controls like every aspect, like the happening, it's like you are I don't know, it's just obviously too much. And like that's
yeah.
the one thing that you're looking for in the beginning of a movie is to be immersed. The last thing you want is to be pulled out because then it like
Mhm.
sets the tone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's agree. I agree. I agree. Hmm.
Totally. Yeah.
All right, walk me through it, Laura. I don't remember what
All
happens
right.
next.
So yeah, at this point they get
It's
up.
like I haven't seen it for a year.
Yeah, they get up like six more times. Like they get up at one point and he pushes a girl down the stairs and like passes it off as like, oh, this girl
Hmm.
was drunk. Because he's just trying to like
Oh, because he wants to
kind of
like get
cause
backstage, right? He
chaos.
wants to like take her
No,
backstage, right?
we're not quite there yet. He's just
Oh,
trying to like, I think it's a mix of like he's trying to cause a little bit of chaos and also getting the cops to like be distracted, right?
Like what he's actually doing, and this is the part I actually appreciated, which he notices the threat, he sees that he's trapped, and what he's doing is he's poking. It's almost
Mm,
like a cow that's poking at like the electric fence to see which part's weak, and like he's like creating distractions and making the security like try to create holes to see where he can possibly escape, and
mm.
anywhere he goes, like he sees that the security's pretty impenetrable.
yeah. Yeah, totally. So they get up again because they're ready to go find her that shirt that was promised by Jamie. And they meet up with him and he takes them into the back storage. There's like a storage room to get that
Hmm.
shirt. And while they're there chatting, Cooper swipes Jamie's ID card. So he now has like the vendor, like employee ID card. And then from there, he actually sneaks into a break room where a bunch of police are there, and then he also steals a police radio while he's down there. And what
Yeah.
he's listening to is essentially this like very famous FBI profiler who's talking about, okay, this is the type of person that the butcher is. This is what to look out for. So he's kind of listening to all of this, getting all of this information. And then at one point he ends up he also pushes two glass bottles into like the frying oil to cause
Oh
another
yeah, and they
distraction.
like
Yeah.
explode.
Yeah, and that was kind of crazy because it explodes, and I think an employee walks by and like
Oh yeah,
gives him
like
the
fucks
hot.
up his face. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he really is causing chaos, which is funny because that is one of the lines from the profiler is like he will cause chaos. So really he's doing this, but now he's learning, listening to her. Oh, I actually shouldn't be doing this
Like
because
he almost pulled the fire alarm, and she was like, he's
yes,
gonna do something like calling a bomb threat, like pull the fire
yep,
alarm, and then he like and it's overhearing on the radio, and he's like adjusting his, so he's
Yeah.
realizing he's being profiled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he gets up on the roof at one point, and two policemen come up there and are like, "Hey, what are you doing up here?" And he almost gets caught, but
Yeah,
he plays it off.
doesn't he have like an apron on like he's the world's oldest barista?
Well,
He's like
because they were wearing, like, a lot of these vendors are wearing the aprons. So,
yeah, right.
yes.
Which actually, by the way, I appreciate it. So basically, I'm glad they didn't force feed this to us. You infer that all of the vendors and all of the staff were like briefed before the concert
Mhm.
on what's going on. So you're going to see a lot of police presence, and it's because they're trying to trap the butcher. So like he finds this out, and I thought that was kind of cool because like they didn't force feed that to you. You just realized that that was happening. So when
Mhm.
he like puts on the damn apron, he becomes like the one that was like part of like the pre-concert training
Yeah.
and debriefing. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little too easy though, because so he had the ID, the SWAT team is like asking for his ID. He shows the ID that he swiped. And then they're like, "Well, then what's the code word that we all discussed for tonight?" And he just so happens to find a little piece of paper in the
Yeah.
apron pocket that says the word Hamilton, which is the code
No,
word.
no, Laura, no, no, no.
Am
Okay,
I getting it
you have it
wrong?
a little bit flipped.
Okay.
He pulled the wallet out, which shows the paper, right, that he got. But
Yeah.
he got
Oh, right.
Hamilton from Jamie. He got
Oh,
all chummy.
Jamie
Jamie
told
told
Oh.
her.
him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why is Jamie telling him all this shit?
Jamie is a loose cannon. Like
Oh my
they
God,
clearly didn't
Jamie.
like debrief these people properly. He's like
Yeah.
telling them government secrets. He's
Well,
telling
what are
them.
you
Oh
gonna
my
do?
God.
Like in this real world situation, you're literally like telling these like random like 18, 19 year olds like, "Hey, this is what we're doing. Here's a secret password." Like, what do you think these kids are gonna do? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh
Also,
my
this
God.
like, do you think this is something they would actually do in real life? They would put all these people at risk of being murdered
No.
to catch him,
Uh-uh.
right? I don't think they would do that actually,
It's
right?
in, but they. I don't think they would, but it's interesting, right?
Oh
As a
no,
plot.
I agree. I agree as a plot, but I was just as you described it, I was like, wait, I don't think they would
Well, hey,
actually.
let me ask you this: like, so, if the FBI had been searching and trying to track down like Jeffrey Dahmer and like getting on his case, knowing that he's continuing to kill people for like years, and the only lead that you had, which Laura, I'm sure you're going to talk about, is like this torn up concert tickets, you're going to jump on the lead, right? But if
Hmm.
that lead implies that you're going to be amongst tens of thousands of people, how the heck do you ensure that you trap that person in? You almost have to pretend like the event is going on without a hitch. Like
Yeah.
a part of me feels like this might be what they would do. I have no idea. It's crazy. We need
I
to
feel
like
like
get like an
no
FBI
way. Yeah.
person on here to like verify this.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't
That's
know
true. That's
any
true.
FBI
We don't
people.
know any FA people. Oh, okay, okay. That sucks.
Or maybe you probably do, but
Oh
they
yeah,
wouldn't tell
they're
you.
undercover. They're
Oh,
undercover. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
undercover. Yeah.
yeah. Probably your
Damn.
husband.
Maybe one of us is an FBI
Yeah,
agent. You wouldn't know. Maybe
yeah,
you're being trapped.
yeah. I think it's me. It's me. It's
Clearly,
me.
none of us are.
Well, I want to ask
Oh,
you guys a quick question before you go on with the plot. Like, okay, so we
We
saw
could
the
just skip like 40 minutes in this movie and jump to like
yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm ready to
which is
jump.
fine. I but the one question I had was like when you guys saw the scene where like basically it's revealed, which we already know from the trailers, he is the serial killer, he is the kidnapper, and he's in the bathroom stall looking at this like CCTV footage of his basement where he has a person trapped who he
Mhm.
probably plans to kill. I remember like thinking like he's being a pretty good dad, taking his daughter to the concert and like showing her around, making sure she has a good time. And for all intents and purposes, it seems like a pretty chill dude, nice guy,
Yeah.
like, whatever. And I remember like seeing the person trapped in his basement and like thinking like, I don't care. Like not knowing the
what?
backstory, not thinking like he's a bad guy, thinking like he seems like a cool dude, but like knowing that that's a wrong thing to think. Like
Wow.
what were you guys
I
thinking
think
at
we
that
are
moment?
trapping you tonight, Greg. We wanted you to say that so we could pounce the FBI on you right now, but they're busting
Um,
on you.
I definitely did not think I don't
Yeah,
care.
I didn't
I
think that
definitely
either.
was like,
No.
oh
Well, I
shit.
that's an exaggeration. I meant like he's a bad guy.
Greg is like murder him now. Let me watch.
I mean, no, I will say there. I have watched plenty of movies, horror or not, and TV shows even where you kind of root for the villain. There's definitely
Yeah.
stories out there
Hmm.
where you're rooting for the villain. this is not one of them, though.
Okay, I kind of was. I was like,
Greg
he's a
was.
nice guy. He's like bringing his daughter to the concert. Maybe these people that he's capturing did something wrong. Like I was thinking he was like a Dexter type of character, but like
Hmm.
Ah,
they give us no evidence to think that. But that's
Oh,
that's how my
I
mind
think
works.
Greg, you were looking for that twist. You
Mm.
were like twisting your nuts. You were looking for that twist, dude.
You know, that would actually been a good one. Yeah.
Right. That's true.
I remember the beginning when they like we talked about when they clearly in the trailer reveal like who he is, how he's the serial killer. I kept like you guys thinking like what's the twist gonna be? And
Yeah.
in my mind, the twist was gonna be that it's actually the daughter that's doing it. That he's covering for her
Whoa.
because he doesn't want her to go to jail. That's was my initial
Whoa.
thought of like that's what this twist is gonna be because that's fucking cool.
His
Sadly,
12-year-old daughter.
That would have twisted my
wouldn't
nuts
you
for
be surprised,
sure.
Laura, if his daughter like fucking whipped out like a fucking butcher knife and she's like, "Let's fucking kill him, Dad." Like that'd be
Yeah.
fucking awesome. I mean, that's like that scene in Trick or Treat, right? Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Spoilers if
Yeah.
you haven't seen Trick or Treat. But like the little kid is like helping him kill with the dad and shit. Like,
Yeah. A few
Yeah.
movies do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like that's what twist I would want. Greg's twist was something different of like he's actually like an anti-hero, you know, and
Rather like a vigilante kind of
with
guy.
two great ideas that we fucking didn't get either of them in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That
We should
which
have been hired
I
as
don't
secondary
disagree with
writers.
that.
Look at that. Yeah.
And Matt, if you're listening, bring us on. Yes,
Bring us
thank
on.
you. Pay
Oh
us
my God,
handsomely.
right?
Greg can dance. He can be in the next music video for, for his daughter.
Yeah. Well, let's just say I don't know that we've said this enough. The music is actually fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, it is. The music is
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
I will say, Salika Shyamalan, you rock. She apparently wrote 14. She wrote these songs, wrote and
It's like a whole
performed
album for it, right? Yeah.
14 songs for this movie. It's a whole album. It's so good. I mean, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't blame you, Greg. Like, if I could just take all the dialogue and all the scenes out and just watch her concert, I would be having a really
Yeah.
good.
If we're just watching like a music video documentary, then
Yeah.
great. Like awesome. But
Okay, so you
that's
guys are
not what
aligned
this
with
was.
me. I appreciate that. Awesome.
Yes,
And the pod.
totally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the music's great. So speaking of Lady Raven, that's her,
Oh, yeah.
her
Lady
pseudo
Raven.
name in this movie. So back to the plot. They go back to their seats and Riley tells her dad, "Oh, like every concert, Lady Raven picks a girl called the Dreamer Girl to like random girl from the person from the audience to come up and dance to this one specific song." And he's looking around and because, Cooper's so smart, he sees someone that like clearly looks like they're on the lookout possibly for this person or just like an employee of Lady Raven. It's M. Night because M. Night has to star in every
My
single
God, I'm
one of his
so
movies.
tired of it. Oh,
So anyway,
Do you guys have a good M Night cameo in one of his movies?
well,
I mean, to me, Signs is probably the one I
Science is
remember the most of the best.
one.
'Cause
Yeah,
it fits in the plot. Like he doesn't
right.
have to do a whole lot. He just has to look really like sad and depressed.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I feel like they're all pretty shitty.
Signs
What-
is the best one. It makes the most sense. The one in The Sixth Sense, I didn't really know. I don't think I knew who he was back then, and like I didn't even
Yeah.
notice. And then after that, it just felt very contrived. Like
Hey,
it
can
was.
I ask you guys, like,
Mhm.
where do you guys stand on this particular topic? Like, whether it's like Stan Lee or Quentin Tarantino or like directors who insert themselves into the movie. Like, do you feel like it's a fair homage? It's almost like, hey, this is your baby. Like, fine, be in it. Or are you like, this is like distasteful?
Man, I could tell you right now, like Tarantino and Stanley are way better actors than M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
100%. That's true. That's fair.
And Stanley's not even like a legit. He's not even like a real actor, you know. But
He's a legend. He's definitely got, like
Yeah.
got legend status.
he
Yeah,
just
you
has to have
be
his
a legend.
personality and like he's fine. But yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's just the fact that like I don't know, like he's just M. Night is just not that good in them.
Or that it's
Yeah.
every time. It's
Yeah.
every time.
It
I
just
mean,
feels
if
so
it was
forced now too.
You know,
Yeah.
like whenever I see him, like I like the music that plays in my head is dun 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 dun. I'm like, it's like we're watching a whole
Like a
separate movie where
comedy.
it's like wink 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 wink.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mhm.
guys, come, like I want to be a. That's the thing. It's in pretty much every movie that we watch. Like the universal desire in my brain is to be immersed, and like I don't
Mhm.
want to be pulled out. And like I know it's like completely unfair. There's ups and downs, but it's like the cameo thing, like always seems to kind of take me out. Kind
Yeah.
of take me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Well, but for better or worse, there he is. He is not only working the concert with Lady Raven, but then we find out he's her uncle, but in real life, he's her dad, obviously.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so Cooper comes up with this story about, oh, my daughter Riley, she just recovered from leukemia. And obviously, this story totally tugs at M. Night's heartstrings. And so, of course, they pick her as predicted, to be the dreamer girl. So they get to go backstage. And I think Cooper at this point's like, oh, sweet, now I'm backstage. Like, I'm totally going to get out of this concert now. So Riley goes on the stage to do that one song and dance with Lady Raven. And I don't think I mentioned this, but Cooper is a fireman. That's like his day job. And so he does have like training with certain things. And this girl very close to the front row faints, and he like attends to her, brings her backstage. So now you have all these people fawning over Cooper backstage. They're like, oh my God, he's this doting dad. You know, his daughter just recovered from cancer, and now he's like saving the lives of people at the concert. You know, so he's thinking, oh, this is going to be great. We're going to totally get away with this. But then he overhears on some SWAT police radio the profiler saying, you will check every mail at this concert venue, no matter what. Like, forget everything I said. Everyone's getting checked. So he pretty much is like, okay, I'm fucked. And this is maybe not a twist, but this is definitely one. I wouldn't even say it's a reveal, but it's definitely it. I was surprised that it went in this direction. He decides to just confront Lady Raven and tell him who he is.
Yeah,
How did you guys feel about that? That was crazy.
Was this before or after the Kid Cudi scene? Because that's like my favorite scene in the movie.
Before. Wait.
All right,
No, wait. I think
it was like around the same time.
It was right after. It was right after. It was Kid
Right
Cudi
after.
comes by, and then like he confronts her and convinces her to walk them out to the limo. So it's right after Kid Cudi, which is like the best scene.
Yeah, I mean, Kid Cudi is like like shining star in this garbage of a movie. Like, he's only in like 2 scenes.
Yeah, he's the real
like,
cameo.
2 scenes, but just like, man, it's like so polarizing, his character.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, like what is happening right now? That was the only part where I was like happy in this like hour 45-minute time watching this movie.
Like backstage,
he calls him like a zaddy or something.
Like first, like they're watching him from like a distance go to meet Lady Raven at her like backstage room, right? And like he's got like an assistant bringing him like a drink, and he's like, no, that's feral fig. I specifically said I wanted honeysuckle sour kombucha, bitch. And like
that's the way he says
she's like, I'm sorry. Like the way he said it was so funny. Like he's just got such an attitude. And then when he comes by, you're right, he does like
looks
like
at
a hot
him.
zaddy.
Yeah, he totally wanted some Hartnett.
So funny.
Oh
Like,
my
and,
God.
but
I don't
like
blame
that
him.
that speaks to like the power of like that's definitely like an improv. Like just
Yeah.
say
Oh,
whatever
you
you
see
want.
that? Yeah, that's exactly it. M. Night definitely didn't write that in the fucking script.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's
probably why it worked. That's why it worked in this movie.
Yeah.
So that was everyone's favorite part of the movie,
Yep.
obviously. Yeah, so Cooper tells Lady Raven, I am the butcher, and he pulls out his phone and shows her the phone, shows her Spencer, who's locked up in a basement somewhere.
And unlike Greg, she doesn't want this guy to immediately get killed.
Exactly. She's concerned for his safety.
She's concerned actually like normal people.
Let me just say for the record, FBI, if you're listening, I was concerned for this fictional character's safety. I just was fawning over the fact that he was a good dad. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
Greg in that scene is like, send me that link. Send me that link.
Oh my God. So Cooper tells her, you are going to walk us out past all the security and put us into your limo, or else I am going to kill Spencer. I'm going to release like carbon monoxide or something, kill him instantly. So she does it. She essentially gets them out into the limo.
Now we're to the Lady Raven show. Like right. This becomes like I mean it's hard to say like her movie from this point on, but
I agree.
It really feels like it's really changed from like Josh Hartnett's a star to like she's the star of the second half of this movie, which was really weird.
It is weird because the acting just wasn't it.
Yeah, because for the first half of the movie,
hard.
she has nothing to do with the core story.
Yeah.
And then suddenly she becomes it, which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, was that confusing for you guys?
You feel horrible. I feel horrible.
Right.
I feel like somebody would put carbon monoxide on me. That's what I want.
So they're in the limo, but Lily Raven, bad acting or not, her character's smart, right? And so I can't remember, Greg, I feel like you must have watched this very recently and I have not. I think she says like, oh, would you guys want me to like come over and like hang out for dinner or something?
So yeah, she's in the limo and basically like the whole point was for Josh Hartnett to just escape the concert and get away from the authorities. And they did that. And so the thing is like there's this weird tension, this triangular tension in the limo because
Yeah.
like she knows that he's a killer, he knows that she knows that he's a killer, but the daughter knows
Knows
nothing.
nothing.
So
Yeah.
like the daughter just thinks, "Oh my God, like I'm being escorted out of this
Hmm.
concert through like via backstage privilege. This is the day of my life." And it's like so the tension there is like the dad wants the daughter to just have a great day and obviously doesn't want his daughter to know that he's a serial killer. And Lady Raven just wants to escape with her life, but also you find out through moments in the movie that she's part of the plot to capture the butcher, to capture Josh
Hmm.
Hartnett.
Yeah,
So she
she's been
also
briefed too.
yeah, she's been briefed too, so she's totally in it. She's back there with the profiler. So like, there's she has incentive to like capture this dude because she knows that if he escapes, like, yeah, she's made him, she has identified him, she knows what he looks like, but he may just escape forever.
Yeah.
So like, and like the only way to like, which is I think it's kind of clever. The only way to capture him is to like put him in this situation where he can't refuse, which is he doesn't want to look bad in front of his daughter. So I thought it was kind of clever, but it does. But I agree, Rob. It feels weird. It feels like the movie is shifting toward her, and she was always a background character through the whole movie. So at this point, by putting her in the spotlight, it definitely feels weird.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, I'm remembering now, she says, why don't I drop you off at your house? That's what she
Hmm.
says. And so
Correct.
he
Yeah.
can't really say no. So they get there. And of course, the rest of Cooper and Riley's family is there. Cooper's wife, Rachel, she's played by Allison Pill. And then Riley also has a little brother, Logan. And once they get there, like, hello, hello. And then, of course, Rachel invites Lady Raven to stay for dinner. And, Cooper can't stop it. And Lady Raven's like, sure, why not? I'll stay for dinner. And so she's totally up to something. He's kind of on to her, but what's he going to do? So they have dinner. And while they're eating, Lady Raven brings up the butcher, like to the whole family, which is super weird. And she's talking about how she knows these things about him. Like she knows he has a degree of OCD,
Mm.
and knows that he uses fake houses to commit his crimes, and also knows that he's got mommy issues, essentially, which comes into play very
Oh my
soon.
God.
You almost went British on us, Laura. He's got mommy issues. Well, okay, to put it into context, she was explaining like the background behind her concert. So that's why she
Mhm.
was saying that. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And that's,
I'm
I
not
think,
I'm,
where it's
Yeah.
dropped that they found the concert ticket. They found the concert ticket in one of his empty houses, and that's how they knew
right.
that he was going to be there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay, what happens next? And then, okay, so Cooper's kind of trying like to speed this up, like, okay, thanks, goodbye. He's trying to get her out of there. And she then offers to like play a song on the piano. So she's like really stringing this along. She plays her song. And then at the end, because Riley's sitting right next to her, she's like, why don't we take a selfie? And she really quickly grabs Cooper's cell phone and
Hmm.
uses his cell phone to take a selfie of her and Riley. And Cooper's freaking out, like, give me my phone back, takes the selfie, and then she runs and
Like runs to
locks
the
herself
bathroom.
into the bathroom with his phone.
Hmm.
And she has her phone, and she's moving really fast. She gets the app up. She sees Spencer on through the app. She's talking to him, and she's like, "Hey, like, do you remember the place that he brought you to? Do you remember any like what it looked like?" And so he gives her a bunch of descriptions, like, yeah, there was a broken lion statue and like a blue door or something. And
Right.
so then she goes onto her phone and live streams to all her millions of fans probably, and is like, "Hey, help me find my friend Spencer. The butcher took him, and this is kind of where he lives." And immediately, some fan is like, I live down the street from a place that sounds just like that. And so she's like,
Right.
call the police. I think she tells like her limo driver. So he's getting caught. And then while she's behind that door, Cooper's banging on it, trying to get in. And you hear the family in the background, like, what's going on? What's going on? And Lady Raven says, like, Cooper is the butcher. And then from then on, I don't remember hearing the family after that. They like, you don't hear them screaming anymore in the background.
Right, right.
So
You
Because they
can't.
don't
I
really
actually
quickly,
show
can't tell
anything.
whether or not they understood that he was the butcher or not because, like, when later on, like, they're kind of just confused about what's going on. So, like, did they hear her? Did they not? I don't know.
Well, then
Because
I was worried,
yeah,
like, did he do something in that split
Right.
second?
well, because this was like another part of the movie where I was like still expecting that like second twist to be like they're all in on it, like they all know. That's why like there's
Oh,
no reaction
We are
because they're
all the
all,
butcher.
yeah, that's what I'm like expecting that, you know. But like you said,
that
it's
would have
just
been a
like
hell of a movie.
I know what the hell, M Night. Why aren't you fucking telling me?
Like
Help you
imagine she
out,
comes
dude.
out of the bathroom and they're all like just staring at her like dead,
Yeah,
like
just
shark
fucking
eyes, just like
yeah. They're all shirtless. Yeah.
we are butcher.
Oh my God.
Well,
How,
no. So the quietness, by the way, you find out that he locks his family in the upstairs bedroom.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
somehow he like corrals them and puts them out there because I think what you find out is that okay, as much as he understands that he's a bad person and he's a killer, he loves his family, he loves his kids, and he doesn't want them to know that he's a murderer. So he's like sequestering them away from the situation, which yeah, I mean you can't lock your family in a bedroom and think that's going to be okay, but he thinks that's the right thing to do while he handles this like freaking pop star downstairs. So
yeah.
like, but it's weird, like you don't really know what's going on in the moment.
Hmm. Yeah. So he breaks down the door and finally gets to her. And when he grabs his phone back, he sees through the app that Spencer's gone. He's clearly been
Hmm.
saved by somebody. So he has Lady Raven at this point. He brings her into the garage. They get into his car. And this is the part of the movie where I'm officially out because
This is this is the last straw.
she starts talking to him like she's his mom.
This honestly, this is like for me not remembering all of this movie, I will never in my life forget this scene. This is like the weirdest scene I've ever seen in my life, and I've watched Thanksgiving 3. Like this is like so freaking odd. Like, do you want to describe one of you guys like what's happening in this scene? It was just so
So,
weird.
like, M. Night has this thing, and like, okay, like, you guys know how much I love, like, the full circle moment, like, where something is introduced in the beginning of the movie, and then it comes back, and, like, the ends meet, and it's almost like there's such a fulfilling, like, vibe, like, when you get that. So he does that. I can appreciate the attempt, but what he's trying to do it here. And it's almost like in the visit, we got that same thing with like that with T. Damien Stylus and like him being like bullied by his football team and like what's happening in this movie is he gets in the car with Lady Raven and he's explaining his motive. He wants to take her away and basically make her his last victim and escape his family and make sure his family doesn't know anything. And then she starts to talk to him as if she's his mother, as if she's his overbearing, controlling, judgmental, condescending mother. So like obviously when she was at the concert hall at the stadium, she met with the profiler several times, and the profiler explained to him that he's got like mommy issues, like he had a very overbearing mother. So
Mhm.
she's trying to like you can tell she's trying to like disconnect the wiring in his brain to force him to react in a certain way so that it like uncouples him from his motive so that she can just get away. So she's trying to like embody the voice of his mother from what she understands from the profile. And it's so I'll even give you guys this. Like as much as I liked the first like three-quarters of this movie, this scene was just so off-putting and wrong
It was
and weird,
terrible.
and it was awful, and it made no sense, and it was just it pulled me absolutely out.
Because
Yeah.
what did she start saying? She was just calling him like a bad boy.
Yeah, she's like, "You're a bad boy. You're not doing the right thing. Like you're being like a monster. Don't do that." Like all this stuff that's almost like being like an overbearing like mother to a son. Like all of the typical you know, tropey words that you would hear from like that, from like Psycho or from any other movie where there's like a mother who just like controls like the son. I mean, it's all there in that scene.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He doesn't buy it, of course, but
Nobody does.
Well, he
yeah,
doesn't buy it, but he still is admitting shit to her. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. It's,
it's just weird. Like, you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, there's these moments like you guys talked about signs, and there's that moment where they start talking about the accident, and there's always like again, like I said, there's a full circle moment, and I think this is what he was trying to do here. and it's just it feels so forced, it feels
Mhm.
contrived, and nobody like I remember being in the theater, Rob, and like looking around, and as much as I love the first part of the movie, I remember looking around being like, nobody wants this.
Yeah.
You
Nobody
finally
wants
agree with
this.
us. Yeah.
Right.
Ah,
Nobody asked for this scene. It's just
Yeah,
nobody
taking
asked
so
for
yeah,
it.
long.
I think I remember in the theater, this is the part where like I mean we were laughing at multiple parts of this movie for the ridiculousness, but this is the part like the theater was busting up like we were watching like the comedy of the year. We were like
Yeah.
everybody was
Right.
laughing so freaking hard at these lines, which was like I know that it was not the purpose. There's no
Yeah.
way that it was supposed to be like because we talked about like my biggest comparison is The Happening, and we have the whole thing we reviewed The Happening was M. Night coming out being like, oh no, it was supposed to be like a dark satire. It was supposed to be
Right.
kind of funny. But like this, like he's never said anything about this, so there's no way this scene is supposed to be like funny. Like this is supposed to be serious.
No, it's supposed to be
No.
serious. And then in the end, it doesn't even, nothing
No,
happens from this scene
no.
because as soon as he opens up the garage door, guess what? There's Rachel and Riley and his son. They're out, they're standing there. Lady Raven gets out of the car and then the SWAT team's there. So, like,
Like,
what
what's
was
the
the
point?
point? What
What
was
was
the
the
point of
point?
all of this?
Mhm.
So, but you know what? He closes the garage door and he fucking escapes because there are so many plot holes in this movie, which is one of my biggest gripes. It's like just all of the scenarios are not believable
Yeah.
Hmm.
by any means. So, yeah, he escapes. He's able to find a SWAT uniform and put that on. And then he essentially like pretends to be a SWAT guy driving Lady Raven's limo. So she gets in her limo thinking she's having this like safe drive home. It's him. He handcuffs her inside her limo and he's driving her downtown. But because it's like such a busy area, she rolls down the window and like fans see her on the street. So they're all like, surrounding the limo. And then by the time the police get there to catch him again, they just find the empty outfit on the seat. So he's just like Houdini. I don't know. Like none of this is at this
Right.
point. Yeah,
It's also just like extra scenes that don't need to be in this movie. Like
it
he
just
doesn't
keeps
need to.
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't need to escape so many times. It's all like the same
so many
bullshit.
times. Yeah, yeah. So she pries the handcuffs off. She frees herself. Yeah, and then from that scene, the police actually take her to, which was a good scene, I guess. They take her to where Spencer was, and like he's alive now, and he thanks her, and she, I think, thanks the fan. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's great. That well, Rob and I are happy that this guy's alive and well.
Greg's like, oh damn it, he got
Yo,
away.
I'm also happy that he's alive and well.
Greg's
Please.
like, shit. Greg's like, I hope
Oh
they murder
man.
him.
Oh, so then in the next scene, it takes us back to the house. He's gone back to the house, and we see his wife telling the profiler, I think, or somebody, like, "Oh, don't worry, I've sent my kids off to my sister's house. I'll be here." And so he's going back to the house, and it's pretty obvious that before she says anything, at least to me, it was pretty obvious that he figured out I'm going to kill my wife because she's clearly the reason I got caught. At least I picked up on that pretty quickly. Like he was
Hmm.
out to get her.
He was
And
angry. Yeah.
he was really angry with her. And sure enough, yeah, she admits it right away. She's like, yeah, I thought you were having an affair. But then you came home smelling a lot like chemical. And like, I know you're a firefighter, but I started to realize it smells more like hospital chemicals.
Hmm.
And then I think she just figured out like she found the empty houses, just put all of this together. And then she was the one who planted the ripped
Oh,
tickets
she left the room.
so
Oh,
that,
I don't even remember that. Oh
yes,
shit. Hmm.
so that she would get caught. And I think that's how he figured out it was her because he was like, I don't miss anything. I
Yeah.
was
He's like, I'm
not,
perfect. Yeah, I'm
I'm perfect.
immaculately.
Wait, is this all the scene where he's shirtless now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
Okay,
is
all
shirtless.
right. This is my favorite. This is my second favorite scene in the movie. So
I
I'm
mean, he
not
looks pretty
complaining that he's
fucking good
shirtless.
without a shirt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not complaining.
yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like all up to this point, I mean, you're talking about. I mean, we're almost at the end here, but it's like an
Yeah,
hour and 40 minutes we've been in this movie, and his acting is like all over the wall because he's
yeah,
acting like a goofball dad, and then different, and he'll get like really serious at points and not. But it's not. It doesn't feel very consistent and fluid. But when this scene happens, when he like transitions fully into like psycho mode and his shirt's
yeah,
off, he's at the table. That was the best acting I saw him in this whole movie. And I
yeah,
wish he was just that from the whole movie.
yep,
Like just like that and like maybe splitting off a couple times to be like a goofball dad maybe, but I never saw this person until the very end, which is sad because this is the part where I'm like, oh shit, this is what we could have got. Why didn't I get more of
Well,
this? Because it was
Rob,
really interesting.
let me put this to you. I think at this stage he explains very well that he tries his hardest to split his two lives.
Hmm.
Like, and you clearly have like you have the life of the serial killer and you have the life of like a dad and a husband. So he's like doing his best to be like different people. So when they finally merge and when they finally have to come together, that's when you're getting like the most genuine person. So like I think he was maybe intended to be that way because like the whole first part of the movie, you can tell he's hiding an aspect of him, and that's probably
Hmm.
why you're picking up on this like disingenuous aspect of him because he's forced to hide that from him, from his family. And when it finally has to like converge, it's like, okay, well, I can't hide anymore. I have to be me. So I think like he probably did a good job then because like you picked up on and you joined like you jumped on the bandwagon when he was actually himself when he was like, hey, like I give up on everything. Like I this is me now.
Yeah.
Like I think then that's a good sign
No,
because
I
like yeah.
agree. I agree. Like at the end, what you're saying is like, I think to me, it's just like the most of this movie. I get what it is. I get it's like the person in the movie is having to act a certain way. Like he's not a real actor in the movie, but he's having to act a certain way. So of course he's not going to be a great actor in the movie.
Right.
But I think as just like a real actor and like a real
Oh
director
yeah. Yeah.
being like, can we like do a second take of this? Because this is becoming like hokey. And that's the line that I think they cross through a lot of this movie. Whereas like you can act like you're not a good actor and act like a goofball dad, but it went so far at points where it's like hokey and like goofy and comical that it just doesn't seem accurate. It does, like you said,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem real.
Yeah.
That's my take. It was just like it went a little too far, and that's on M Night. That's on M Night for
So
not pulling it
thank
back.
you. That's exactly how I feel. My biggest takeaway from this movie, I know we haven't totally gotten to the end yet, but I actually think Josh Hartnett is a great actor. I
I
like
do
all
too.
of his
Yeah.
other work. And he later went on to do a Black Mirror episode where he also played kind of not a
Hmm.
severe psychopath like this, but not a great person.
Yeah.
I think he can do it. I
Hmm.
saw the one shining thing for me in this movie was he plays a great psychopath.
At the
Whether
end, yeah.
he's
Oh
being like
yeah.
the smiling one that
Hmm.
knows Spencer's in his basement and is like having a good
Hmm.
time with his daughter and he's
Hmm.
super creepy to that just pure evil at the end. And I only blame M. Night because to
Yeah.
me, it was the words on the script why this did not
Yes.
come across so well. And
Yeah.
it makes me mad because I honestly think if he had a different script, I think Josh Hartnett would have been the perfect serial killer psychopath
Oh
in a
yeah.
different
Hmm.
movie.
Yeah. He definitely could have done it. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the end. Let's get to the end of this
Okay,
shit.
so I mean, we're basically there then. So he's planning on killing her, and she's acting like I know he's going to kill me. But there's a pie already there because she claims, "Oh, I made this to celebrate Riley." And so they kind of make this thing like, "Why don't we just enjoy a piece of pie together before you kill me?" And I guess I can believe that he didn't think anything was wrong with it because the pie was already there. So I can't
Right.
really blame him for that.
Hmm.
He starts to eat the pie. Maybe this is the twist. I don't know. Maybe if it's a reveal, but she's tampered with it and had this whole thing planned all along. And so he starts to hallucinate. Like he's not dying, but she, messed with the pie.
It's like a
Yeah.
sedative. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sedative. And then the police get there. And so you think, okay, this is it. For some reason, the kids come back, which is so fucking unrealistic and
That's
stupid.
crazy, by the way. It's like,
And
hey,
like,
let's go see your serial killer dad. Like that
yeah,
was
they
wild.
let Riley like give him a hug goodbye.
Yeah,
He's
So
handcuffed.
freaking weird.
But
I agree.
then
That's ridiculous.
But then, to piss us off even more,
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
they allow him to bend over and fix Riley's bike. And then they zoom in on the bike and there's a spoke missing.
Yeah.
And there he is in the back of the SWAT car, smiling like a maniac because he's got a spoke and he's trying to like
Uncuff
undo
himself.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah. Like he
Although
clearly got away.
yeah,
Like,
he clearly
Right.
got
yeah.
away. I hope to God there isn't a sequel because please don't do that to us. But you know what? There is a wonderful scene post credits where we see Jamie again. He's watching the news. He's a big fan of The Butcher and sees on the news that it's Cooper and he just starts freaking the fuck out. And I thought that was the best like
That
end
was a
credit
good
scene.
end credit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
I like
And
that
that's
guy.
it. That's the movie right there. Rob is shaking his head.
I like didn't even watch this movie again, and I'm like
You're
irritated just talking
angry.
about it,
You're
like
angry.
having to relive these moments again. Yeah, man, this is crazy, dude. Wow.
Wow. Well, I mean, my next question was going to be, did you like the movie? But I think it's pretty obvious.
For
So,
me, no. Greg, still don't know where this guy leans.
yeah, I think it's pretty. I already said how I felt. Rob hates this movie. Greg, you're kind of like, you've really liked parts, you were lost at parts. So I think, what's your end takeaway here?
I I like the movie. Like
Oh my
most
God.
most so this
I'm gonna
is
kill you, Greg.
it to me it comes down to two things which I realize like I have a bias in, right? Like if the concert was at like so to me this was
Like
like
Dave Matthews
NBC
Band.
Dateline meets Coachella. Like it was like
What the
intrigue and
hell?
like
My
investigation
God.
meets music. Like if this were Stagecoach and which is a bunch of country music, which is the type of music I don't really like, I think I would be pulled out. But the fact that it was like, you know, the
Good movie.
concert experience felt very immersive. Like there was a really good build up in the beginning. Anytime they left their seats, you could always hear the bass, like, and the music off in the distance. There was like they were lingering on the perform like overall the beginning of it sets this really good vibe. I feel like anytime you're at a concert or you're at some type of like event where there's music or a performance playing, most movies would turn that into like a secondary set. Like I feel like this movie made the concert venue like central. It wasn't an afterthought. So I actually felt, and you guys, I was like, yeah, Rob, you saw, I was like jamming. Like this is,
You were
I was like
jamming.
in my seat, like this. There were so many bops. I was just like into the music. I loved it. It felt very immersive. Like all of the quote unquote like concert aspects felt very realistic. Like
Yeah,
the merch table,
at one
the
point in the
bathroom.
theater, I thought I saw you with glow sticks. I was like, where did Greg get glow sticks at? He was like jamming over there. Yeah,
I bring them with
yeah, yeah,
with me to every movie. Yeah. You never know when glow
yeah.
sticks need to break out.
That's true. Yeah,
But
Wow.
like anytime they showed like the scene with like the lines, like the concession stand, the security, even the VIP people, as much as I hated like M. Night's cameo, I thought that whole situation where they pulled her aside and like said, "Hey, here's your story. Do you want to go backstage?" Like that whole thing felt very genuine and I really enjoyed it and they kind of pulled me into it. And it's like, you're right. Like, am I signing up for a movie or am I signing up for a concert? Like,
yeah. Because nothing you are saying is directing,
right.
acting, the plot.
Yeah.
Nothing, Greg.
Well,
Nothing.
okay,
Music.
that's one of two. So I did like the background.
That's the main
The
part.
the part that I actually did like that I know that M. Night had a hand in was the buildup of tension. And I thought he did a really good job of like having multiple things happening at one time. Like obviously, whenever he's at his seat, he's at the concert, he has to make, his daughter is a minor. So he actually physically has to be around her to make sure she's safe. But like all the
I'll leave
while,
her a million times alone at a concert.
I know which is that's the tension though. He has to be like, I'll be right back, don't move. The police are closing in, so he's trying to figure out how to escape while also like making sure that the police aren't profiling him as they get closer to the front of the stage. And whenever he goes out, invariably, we didn't mention this yet, but he keeps running into like his daughter's friend's mother
Oh yeah, I just
who
left all
keep
that out because it was so dumb and
it
pointless.
was annoying, but at the same time, one thing I really enjoyed about it was like it was a great way to like create tension because he's in the middle of like I gotta get the fuck out of here, and this like annoying mother keeps interrupting me while I'm trying to get out, and like I thought that was a pretty cool, yeah, albeit contrived way of creating tension. I like that, and like the way that the police sweep kept getting close. This reminded me of Crawl, which although I didn't like the movie Crawl. I like the way that the water kept like rising as they were trying to get out. In this movie, the rising water was the police sweep going
Mm.
from like the balcony level down to the front and center stage, and he kept having to get closer and closer to the backstage up until the moment where he finally got onto the stage, and the profiler was literally like 10 feet in front of him, like just with her back turned. So like that whole like tension thing that was all M Night, and I really enjoyed that. So to be honest, like between the music and that, like I almost like I have to close my eyes to the second half of the movie, which I hated. But the first part, like in the concert venue, I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I'll get tickets any day. I thought it was great.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Well, Greg, I kind of want to know what you're rating this. What should we rate it? How many, what?
How
Shirtless
many
Josh Hartnett's.
how many nut twisters?
Oh, how many nut twisting shirtless Josh Hartnett? Sure, I'll take that.
Oh wow, that's a long one.
NTSJH.
NTSJH.
That's a long one.
Oh, that's what she said. Yeah. Let me just start because I need to set the tone. I need to offset whatever shit you guys are gonna throw out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
I say that 2.5 is an average movie that you're on the fence whether you should watch it. I think it's good enough and original enough, like in this day and age. Forget the last half of the movie, how it all the stuff that M. Night floundered on. I thought like the immersion in the first half and like the originality of the idea is good enough. I'll give it 3 out of 5. Shirtless
Wow.
Josh Hartnett's ready to twist your nuts off.
Damn.
And whatever rating you guys give it, look, I release you.
That was creepy as hell. Greg just got really close to the camera.
That was creepy.
I
He's
didn't
about to
like
fucking
that.
I just
trap us
remember
and
that
kidnap
scene.
us. Instead of putting me in a basement right now. Dang.
Oh,
Twist my
man.
nuts.
Rob, I'm gonna have you go last because I think yours is gonna be the lowest.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
just Rob, just keep Kid Cudi in your mind, please, when you rate this movie.
Yeah.
I'll give 2 ratings, one for kid and then one for the rest of the movie.
I gotta say, I'm a little torn because I was coming into this thinking I was gonna give this a 2 because I was gonna give 1 point for Josh Hartnett. I think he was great with what he had, and 1 point for the music. But then when I rewatched this, I was like, I can't give this a 2.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to dock it like a half point. So I'm going 1.5 because
Wow.
the rewatch was so much worse than what I remembered. And I can't, it's a shame I own this. I will never watch it again. So
And you can't even like delete it from your library, can
I
you?
know. I can't even get rid of it. Can I gift it to Greg?
Did you
Shame.
get it through Amazon
Shame.
or you get it through somewhere else?
I think we got it through Apple.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say maybe there's a part where like that company you got it from like totally disintegrates and it's just like lost in the library. But
Yeah.
Apple and Amazon, that's pretty hard. They're gonna be there forever.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that sucks.
I
All right.
know.
So 1.5,
Yeah, one and a
1.5
half.
nut twisters
Yeah.
with Josh Hartnett watching. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, for me, I mean, you guys have already talked. I mean, this whole episode, I've just been bashing on this movie. It's just not a good movie. It's just not a good movie. Music aside, I don't really care. Kid Cudi, awesome scene, 5 out of 5. All the nut twisting, he can twist my nuts all he wants. That's awesome. The rest of this movie, yeah, I'm like, give me half a star, or whatever you want to call it, half a nut.
Oh my god.
Not even a 1. I mean,
Wait,
honestly,
I gotta throw my cat. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I would honestly like Laura. Like, if I'm putting you on the spot right now, would you rather watch Trap again, or would you rather watch Thanksgiving 3 again?
I'd rather watch Trap again. Rob, are
Really, I'd rather watch Thanksgiving 3 again.
you crazy? Come on.
At least that movie was supposed to be funny.
Rob, do you think that
Oh.
the fact that you didn't rewatch it like colors your opinion? Like,
No.
or I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you rewatch it, it would be like Laura.
It'd probably be worse.
you
It'd probably be
more.
I would be down to like 0.001 or something like that.
Because I think when I rewatched it, I think in my mind I was like, Laura, this isn't that bad. Like, come on. And yet I was like, oh no, this is very bad. This is like I could not find a redeeming quality that I didn't.
What guys?
already
What are
see the
we?
first
What are
time.
we gonna do with future M Night movies? Like, we're gonna keep watching them, right?
I'm gonna
Or
keep
I don't
watching
know.
them. Yeah, I've always said like I'm the guy that's just gonna keep going back and then fucking getting smacked in the face and my nuts twisted every
this
time.
is like a
So
domestic violence situation. Like, we just keep
I
going.
know I can't
Coming
say
back for
no.
more.
I can't
Yeah.
say no. Yeah.
Well, we haven't even reviewed them all. I know we've seen them all, but
That's
we
true.
still have a bunch we got to talk about. Apparently,
We
we got to talk
actually
about Knock
we
at the Cabin.
yeah
'cause
we mostly only review the bad ones, which is stupid. We don't review the good ones. We've
Yeah.
never done Signs. We've never done Sixth Sense. We've never done the good ones. We do the
Oh,
dumb ones though.
It'd be a boring episode. We'd just be like, this movie's great.
Yeah, I know.
Watch
That's
it.
true. That's true. Yeah,
right.
there's no nut twisting in those movies. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, I had a question. Do you guys want to hear my stupid
Oh,
question?
yeah. Let's hear it.
I don't know if
Absolutely.
it's really that stupid. It's more just like an idea I thought of like this movie because Lady Raven is like not great in this movie as far as like an actor.
Yeah.
Singing is fine, but like if you could put any actual like singer in this movie to be like that character in this movie, like who would you pick?
Oh, God. We already know who you're picking. You're
Who?
picking the chick from Smile 2.
No, an
Uh,
actual an actual singer, Like she's an actual singer. I don't think she's an actress. Like an
Mm.
actual like Gwen Stefani or something like that.
I would actually do like a gender swap. I would do like Lin-Manuel Miranda, you know?
Him as Lady Raven,
Yeah, he would be like Mr. Raven. I
Mr.
think
Raven.
he would make it much more interesting. You guys might like it.
He's
Huh.
so
I'm
old.
not throwing
He's so
away my confession.
he's so old though.
I don't know. How could I not say Taylor Swift? This felt like a Taylor Swift
Oh,
It
concert.
was
okay.
very
Taylor
Taylor
Swift would
Swift
kind
to
of make
be
Yeah.
sense.
fair,
Then.
but
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Like
I
young,
am a
maybe.
Swiftie, so I would enjoy it. Yeah. Reputation all the
Interesting.
way, man. Let's do
You
it.
know who I think would be really good, and I've actually seen her act in some movies, is Billie Eilish.
Oh.
oh
Billie
yeah, that
Eilish
would be
would like kill
good.
it. I think I've seen her in some stuff. She actually can actually act. So M
Oh.
Night, you need to adopt Billie
Oh, well, if we're
Eilish.
looking for someone who's like a legit good actor too,
Well,
then
mostly
Lady
singer,
Gaga.
but can act.
Lady Gaga is a
Mm.
fantastic actress.
I feel like Lady Gaga will play like the old FBI lady.
What? Rob, stop talking. Just don't. Whatever you're,
Okay. I'm sorry,
no.
sorry, 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 sorry.
I am protecting you.
All right, all right.
Stop
No, I
right
like Lady
now.
Gaga. I do like her. I'm just saying, like, I picture like somebody like young as like the Lady Raven character. That's why.
She's
She's
like
a
not
really good
old.
actress, though. Yeah,
I
she's not old
agree.
and she's a good actress.
She'd be like
Okay, all right. Oh my God.
All right.
All right.
We're wrapping this up.
We're wrapping it up now.
Right,
Yeah.
everyone answered the question. Oh my God. Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
this
I apologize
episode
for
was
that.
Laura, cut out the Lady Gaga stuff. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'm leaving it in.
No, cut it out. Cut it out. I like Lady Gaga.
Oh my God. Okay. That's it. Subscribe, rate, review our podcast everywhere you listen. All M. Night fans, please don't hate us. Follow and contact us on Instagram and TikTok at Conjecturing Pod. And follow Rob. Rob, where are you at?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter X at the RL Rights. I'm also on Blue Sky now. You can check me out over there. Same username. Don't come after me. What are the Gaga people called? What are they? Do they have like a nickname?
Do they have a
Her Little
nickname?
Monsters.
Yeah, don't come after me, little monsters. I love Lady Gaga. I do. I'm just saying, like, for this role, I didn't picture her in this role. I'm sorry. All right, I love her, Blaze God. Don't come after me. They like destroy people on the internet. It's crazy.
I mean, the Swifties do too. Gotta be
Oh
careful.
my God, that's true. All right, I love all you guys. All you guys, don't come after me, please.
All right, now that we're good and trapped and scared, until next time, remember, horror is subjective, so conjecture away. See ya.
I see ya.